All right, let's get right into it. I want you to forget pretty much everything you think you know about winning at search. Seriously, the rules for 2026, they've been completely rewritten. And in this new game, it's not about how big your budget is anymore. Nope, it's about how smart, how fast, and how real you are. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you, the small site, the solo creator, can finally start beating the giants at their own game. So this is the big question, right? The one that's probably been rattling around in your head. With AI totally changing the search landscape, it feels like the big players, the ones with all the money and resources, should just run away with it. But what if that's totally wrong? What if this massive disruption is actually the exact opening you've been waiting for? Let's just be crystal clear about something. The old SEO playbook, it's a museum piece now. All those tactics that built online empires, chasing thousands of backlinks, stuffing keywords everywhere, they're basically relics. The entire battlefield has shifted under our feet, and a whole new game has just begun. And this number right here, this changes absolutely everything. We're talking about nearly half, 50% of all searches ending without a single click to a website. Why? Because people are getting their answer directly from the AI overview at the top of the page. So this means ranking on page 1 isn't the goal anymore. The only win now is to become the answer that the AI chooses to feature. That's it. That's the whole game. So what does this pivot actually look like? Well, we're shifting from this narrow, kind of Google-obsessed way of thinking to a much, much broader strategy. The new playbook is all about two things. One, pinpointing what your user actually wants, and two, mastering what we're calling search everywhere optimization. It means showing up wherever your audience is actually looking for stuff, not just on a Google results page. So, in this brand new landscape, what's your secret weapon? What's your unfair advantage? Well, it's the one thing that huge faceless corporations just can't fake. Real human trust. Your authenticity isn't some fluffy, nice-to-have skill anymore. It's your #1 strategic asset. And listen, this isn't just a hunch or some kind of theory. The data is backing this up. EEAT is officially the new king of the hill, the #1 ranking factor. It's basically the test that search engines use to figure out whose voice is actually credible enough to put in front of millions of people in their AI answers. So, what the heck is EEAT? Well, let's break it down real simple. It's experience, proving you've actually walked the walk. It's expertise, showing you have the deep knowledge. It's authoritativeness, being seen as a go-to source in your space. And then there's trustworthiness. That's the foundation holding the whole thing together. Okay, so how do you actually prove you have all this trust? It's not about what you say, it's about what you show. We're talking about detailed author bios with real-world credentials, publishing original case studies with your own unique data, sprinkling in genuine testimonials from real users, and putting dates on your content so people know it's fresh and reliable. You've got to leave zero doubt that there's a real, experienced human behind the curtain. Now, let's talk about the second major pillar of the strategy. Look, you're never going to outspend the giants, but you can absolutely outthink them, and that all starts with who you're targeting. This is the old way of doing things. Trying to rank for some huge, broad keyword like SEO strategies, it's like trying to knock over a skyscraper with a running start. You're just throwing yourself against every major brand with a bottomless marketing budget. It's a battle you're just not going to win. Now, this is the 2026 approach. Forget SEO strategies. You're going to target something super specific, something laser-focused, like SEO strategies for solo creators to beat e-commerce giants. See the difference? You're not casting this huge empty net. You're using a spear to hit the exact person who desperately needs your specific solution. And here's how you can actually do it. It's a really simple 3-step process. First, you go out and you mine customer questions. Look on Reddit, look in your YouTube comments. Second, you create these little content clusters built around those specific questions. And third, you answer them using natural conversational language, the same words your audience is actually using. And the payoff here is just huge. This kind of super targeted traffic converts 2 to 3 times better. And why is that? It's simple. You're not talking to someone who's just kind of browsing around. You're talking to someone who has a very specific problem and is actively hunting for the exact solution that you provide. That's a customer who's ready to go. All right, on to strategy number 3. We have to start optimizing for the new gatekeepers. It's no longer enough to just write for your human readers. You have to start structuring your content so that AI can easily understand it, trust it, and most importantly, decide to feature it. This new field is called generative engine optimization, or GEO for short. The easiest way to think about it is, it's the new on-page SEO. It's all about formatting your content so that AI models don't just understand it, but they become confident enough to actually cite you as a source in their answers. So, what does that actually look like in practice? You gotta think like a machine. Use short, simple paragraphs. Bold your key takeaways so the AI knows, hey, this is important. Provide unique data or comparison tables that it can't just make up on its own. You're basically translating your human expertise into a language that an AI can easily digest and then repeat. And our final pillar here really ties all of this together. Building trust and creating targeted AI-friendly content is absolutely crucial. But it's not going to be enough if you're only doing it on your own website. The new standard is that you have to be everywhere your audience is. Search everywhere basically means your website is your home base, but it's not your only outpost. You got to turn your best articles into YouTube videos, go answer questions on Reddit and LinkedIn where your ideal audience is already hanging out, and use technical stuff like schema markup to feed the AI clean, structured data about your expertise. Every mention, every share, every answer you give out there builds your authority across the entire web. Okay, I know we've covered a ton of ground, but none of this knowledge matters if we don't turn it into action. So let's wrap up by looking at a simple, totally manageable roadmap to get you started on this today. And here's the thing, you can make this happen without getting completely overwhelmed. In week 1, just focus on one thing, your EEAT audit. That's it. For the next few weeks, pick one single topic and build out your first long-tail content cluster. Next month, go back and optimize just 5 of your old blog posts for AI. This is all about consistent, focused action, not some frantic overnight overhaul. So let's bring it all home. The balance of power in search has fundamentally shifted. This is no longer a game that's won by the biggest budget. It's won by authenticity, by focus, and by real-world experience. It's a game that is literally built for you to win. So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Don't think about climbing the entire mountain right now. Just look at the very first step. Based on everything we just talked about, what is the one small action you are going to take this week to start using your unfair advantage and begin your climb?